tell you I love zombies?
Yeah.
I love it. I don't think I would last. I'm not one of those weirdos who wants a zombie apocalypse, because when people say that, I'm like, ew, you want to like lose the luxuries of everyday life? Like, you're on Twitter all the time. You think you can handle not having the internet? Like, having to wash yourself in a river? Like, what are you talking about? Like, you eat cheese puffs all day. Like, you think that's going to be in abundance with zombies? Get real. Be real. Hi, I'm Danielle.
And I'm Dell.
And this is the Black Catch-Up, where we're catching up on iconic black media we missed out on in our more conservative, religious childhood.
Alright, so today Today, another Will Smith classic here. I Am Legend.
Yes! As always, IMDb. Years after a plague kills most of humanity and transforms the rest into monsters, the sole survivor in New York City struggles valiantly to find a cure.
Okay.
Yeah, so this movie was Will Smith, and Will Smith.
Pretty much, for the first,
very much just
3/4 of the movie, you know?
Yeah, it was pretty much just him. Although I will say his daughter, Willow Smith, played his daughter in his movie. That made me think, do his kids always play his kids?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't realize that was his actual daughter. Because I was thinking we should do the one, what is it called, Earth, with him and his son. That was really bad.
After Earth?
Oh yeah, I was considering picking that one next week. I might still pick it. Just for fun. Just because I'm curious, even though that's not that old. But
yeah.
I'm on this Will Smith kick right now, so might as well. Not now.
You might be the only one on a Will Smith kick.
I know. All right. As usual, starting off with things we liked about this one. Let's see. I guess I have a couple of things. I'll start off.
Yeah.
I thought this movie had a couple good emotional scenes. I thought Will Smith did a good job showing that kind of emotion and kind of that almost slightly going crazy, talking to mannequins and talking to his dog kind of thing. But I guess the scene that stood out to me was the scene where his dog died. It was him first it was him dragging himself to his car because he got stabbed in the leg after falling into that trap. And then
he got stabbed. I thought he broke his leg. I guess because I saw something poking out and I thought that was bone, so I thought he broke his leg.
No, he dropped the knife when he fell and then landed on it or something. Oh, okay. Like that. Yeah.
Okay. It was kind of a dark scene because these monsters the dark and they only come out in the dark. So I was like, is that bone? Ew. So,
yeah, but that was
okay. Now that's slightly less impressive to me because I kind of wish it was a broken bone.
Yeah, but he drags himself to the car.
Okay, keep going.
Yeah, he drags himself to the car. Then the dog then they both get attacked by the what are they called? Rabid dogs or whatever. And
Dark
his
Seeker
dog.
Yeah,
Dark Seeker dog, whatever. And then his dog kind of sacrificed. I don't know how his dog got out of that because his dog seemed to be losing that fight, but somehow gets out, saves him. Very terribly. Then they make it home. He's sees his dog about to die, tries the serum one last time, doesn't work, has to kill his dog, and then it's followed by the flashback of his wife and daughter getting killed in the plane crash. Before you think they got away.
Helicopter, but yeah.
Oh yeah, helicopter.
Oh, I never thought they got away.
Oh, I don't know. I thought they got away for part
I did not. And you know why? Because that helicopter took too long to take off. I was like, oh, it's not taking off because it's about to crash. Okay, got it.
Yeah, but yeah, either way, I thought that was just an emotional scene with him choking out the dog and then his family dying. But yeah, there was definitely showed some good emotion in this one. So I enjoyed that.
Can't deny it. Will Smith gave a really good performance in this one. Mm-hmm. Even when he was even in the lighter scenes in the movie, when he was quoting Shrek with that boy whose name I never knew.
Ethan. Yeah, no lines.
Ethan. Okay. With Ethan and his mom, just to when they see him start to soften up basically after the whole suicide attempt that he had going on for him. But yeah, I thought he gave a really good performance. That's all I have. This movie so we're going to get into that later.
I also did more or less like how the story was set up. I didn't think they wasted too much time giving background on the disease or anything. We kind of just got right into him being the last one left trying to cure this thing. So I did appreciate that part, and I guess the rules for the Dark Eaters seem pretty straightforward. Like they come out at night, they eat people or hunt whatever's alive.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed that part as well, and then the last thing I had there were some really like good shots in this one. I thought like some really good like zooms, like I don't know, some nice like framings of certain scenes. So yeah, it was definitely a well shot movie, I thought.
Nice.
Let's see. Yeah, I think that's just about all I had as well. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're leading the pack on the positives.
Yeah, on the positives.
I literally have few notes on here.
Yeah, no,
There's
I had
few notes. I
had a couple of positives for this one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess we can get into negatives. I think that was pretty much all I had.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't have too much for this movie because this movie is very much a Will Smith vehicle, and it's literally just Will Smith for like 75-80% of this movie. Of course, there are the small flashbacks of like when the disease first started and you see what happened to his family. And then, of course, the ending where where the survivors, Anna and her son Ethan, find him and save him from his suicide attempt, basically. And then they have their whole like, oh, there is a safe place for us to go, that whole thing. But for the most part, I feel as though in this movie, there either needed to be more Darkseeker content with the zombies, or there needed to be more people. Because I love a zombie movie. I love, like, World War Z I've seen some, like, the older ones, like Day of the Dead. Shaun of the Dead, I've seen that one. I, of course, if anyone knows me, they know I love The Walking Dead and all their little spin-offs and things like that. So, and All of Us Are Dead on Netflix. Great movie. I mean, great series. But, like, I love zombies, and, like, there weren't enough zombies in this. Because they are essentially zombies, because they, like, are riddled with the disease, and they have no humanity, no brain or anything like that. I think we needed more to at least, because it seemed as though there were, like, hints of an evolution with them. Because he mentioned something about how they used to have more, like, their humanity is completely gone now. They're just on their base urges. So it's like, oh, are some of them more evolved than others? Does it depend on, like, when you die, like, how evolved you are as a zombie? And just, like, I would have needed the tension of the zombies a little bit more. Just like, maybe he's going out to do something and then, oh, he miscalculates the time, so now he's out in the dark. Like, I either needed that, or I need more people, because another thing that you really like, or at least that I really like in zombie content, is you have the ragtag group of people who would never have met each other otherwise, but now they're all thrown together from different walks of life, and now they have to rely on each other to be safe during the apocalypse, end of the world. And we didn't get either of that, so I would have either needed more zombies or more people.
Yeah, I could definitely see it having more zombies, because I guess one other thing, it was also hard for me to gauge how intelligent the zombies were. It seemed like there was one that seemed to be understanding a little more than the others.
Yeah, that's what I mean, because like it seemed as though something was going on with the evolution with that.
Yeah,
like I would have needed to know what was going on with
and
that.
Like even them moving the mannequin, like I feel like it was kind of hard, and even like the final scene where he's trying to like reason with them, I'm like, do they have, like, can they understand you at all? Like,
yeah, especially since apparently there's an alternate ending. This is based off of a novel, and the alternate ending is more based on the novel, where the reason that zombie, it's a Darkseeker, but I'm gonna keep saying zombie. The reason the Darkseeker was trying to come after them is because that woman that he had was his mate. And, like, apparently Will Smith gives them the mate back, and then he, like, is like, okay, I guess I'm not going to kill you. It's, like, that type of thing where it's like, okay, so that one seems very evolved, but the others are not as evolved and are just, like, we want to eat you. Like, which is further along? Is it, like, because he's so newly changed that he still has his humanity intact? Or is it that, like, he was changed first, so now his humanity's back? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I would have loved to know.
Yeah, I would have liked some on that too. My major gripe with this movie, and it wasn't that major because, again, it wasn't most of the movie, but I thought once the people came, it got, like, a little convenient, or, like, a little, I guess convenience kind of the word, like, plot convenience kind of thing. Like, even during his suicide attempt, like, again, he gets saved kind of out of nowhere. you know, and
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much from that point on, I was just like, like, I guess they're there, and it makes sense that they like came from Maryland or whatever. But it just seemed like slightly too convenient. And then there was the whole, and then I also didn't get why he was so against the idea of there being other people out there if he's like literally looking at someone else who was out there, you know, like.
And he was literally calling for other people too.
Yeah, like first you were calling for people. Someone answers your call, and now you're telling them, "No, I'm the last person left. You're not real," kind of thing. So
yeah, that's
yeah, it was that. And then I touched on it too. That like last scene where he's like trying to reason with the zombies. I didn't really, again, like I didn't know the zombie intelligence level, so it just seemed like a dumb plan to me. It seemed like, I don't know, maybe he should have tried to fight or like thrown the grenade earlier. Maybe I don't know, but yeah, just them coming out, and then they're also actually being a colony felt a little convenient too. But that part didn't hurt.
I also
much.
didn't realize that he actually cured that girl.
That was convenient too. That was because he didn't. He didn't. Like he most definitely did not cure the girl initially, and then toward the end she kind of just started being cured. That also felt very convenient. That he just like the cure just worked after however many days. Also, his like from a scientific perspective, I didn't like his testing either. How he like cured, saw one rat get cured, then just immediately human trials. You know, I was like, all right, get a few more rats, test it a few more times. Yeah. Like I guess I don't know. Like I guess all the humans are like Death Eaters anyway, or Dark Seekers. So like maybe you just didn't start injecting them right away. But I feel like he could have done a few more tests. But
I also find it interesting. This has nothing to do with whether I think this movie's good or bad. Mm-hmm. But I always find it interesting when people in zombie movies want to find a cure, because it's like, you want to cure this zombie that's like been dead and is like decaying, and like what do you think's gonna happen next? Their arm fell off basically, so now this person who I guess used to have an arm now doesn't have an arm, or like they now have a maggot filled side, and now like how does that get fixed? Like they don't automatically get like their flesh growing back on them, I assume. Like what's gonna happen now? Like all these dark seekers are like bald, like super duper skinny, like decrepit things. Like when they're cured, what does that actually look like, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel as though in zombie movies they don't talk about that much. They're just like, we need to cure this, and it's like, what does this being cured actually look like?
Not to mention these people probably miss like 3 years of their life at least, you know?
It's been 3 years. So it's like now we brought back your mom from the dead.
Like, I don't have a home, I don't have a job, like I don't have food. Like
plus of course we like bombed the bridge to like isolate New York. We bombed such and such, like we want to cure them. Why not?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah. This was this wasn't I don't know how to describe this movie.
Yeah, that was my main. I just thought it started getting real convenient toward the end once the people came.
I almost wish we could have done like maybe instead of doing it full Will Smith the entire time, we could have like checked on other survivors, and then it like they all converge at a certain point or something like that.
Yeah.
Where like we do see Anna and Ethan, then they were with a bigger group, and it's like we hear that there's another colony in the mountains because the virus doesn't work there, and you see little glimpses of them trying to, and then them hearing Will Smith, and that's how we see them find Will Smith, because they really did kind of just surprise pop out of nowhere.
Following the two stories in parallel, and then eventually they kind of merge together.
And then they converge. Yeah. I think that would have been nice.
They really came out of nowhere to me. You know?
They came out of nowhere.
But yeah, I guess we're ready for ratings on this one, or did you have anything else?
No, I have nothing else.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll go first.
Yeah,
I give this one a 3 out of 5. For the most part, I did enjoy it. Like, Will Smith was very good in this one. Like, I enjoyed, that first portion, him, like, kind of having all the emotion. Like, I was on the edge of my seat for this one. I know I say that a lot, but, like, that is a sign of, like, an enjoyable movie, Like, if I'm able to easily check out, like, I'm not enjoying it. So, this one definitely had its moments for me. I just kind of got a little derailed toward the end. I just kind of had a few too many eye rolls toward the end. I was like, okay, that's a little too convenient there. But overall, I did actually enjoy this one. It was a pretty easy watch in terms of like zombie movies. Like not anything like too scary or anything. You have to like, I can't watch this before bed kind of thing. So those are pretty fun, pretty enjoyable watch to me. So
I can see that. I give this one 2.5 out of 5. I thought it was a very nice showcase for Will Smith. I will say, I think I like Will Smith more when he has people with him. Just the general. Yeah. I prefer him a little bit more with people. Even though he did do a good job with his acting, especially in those emotional scenes with the dog and like when he like feels as though he needs to kill himself. Like I think he did a good job with those. Especially since he was like, if I'm gonna kill myself, I'm gonna take out as many of these dark seekers as I can. But yeah, while this was easy to watch, it didn't fulfill me in the way that I want a zombie thing to fulfill me. Because you said it's not too scary. I want zombie things to be scarier. I want to not be able to go to sleep after watching this. I want it to be like, oh no, is there going to be a zombie outbreak and this is the outcome? Like, the only thing I don't like about this is, about these zombies, is that they're too fast. I don't like fast zombies because I know I cannot survive against a fast zombie. I'm not a runner. But, yeah, this wasn't bad. Just not my cup of tea in terms of, like, this genre of, like, monster movies, I guess.
Okay. So, final question. Do you wish you saw this one sooner?
No.
Just yeah. No. Yeah. No, I'm in the same boat. No, like, strong reason to have seen this earlier. I did enjoy being able to see the no meme, that meme in this movie. That was like that little moment. I was like, that's where this is from. Like, I knew it was like this movie, but it was nice knowing the context, you know? But other than that, no strong reason, you know. But that was I Am Legend. YouTube housekeeping, like, comment, subscribe.
Ring the bell for notifications. If you have any movie suggestions for us, you can leave them in the comments down below. We do movies on Tuesdays and Fridays. All of our socials will be linked in the description box down below, and we'll see you next time to catch up. Bye! I will say, part of what I wanted to be the case was that I wanted him to be working so hard for the cure because he had dark seeker versions of his wife and daughter sidled away in his home, where like he just has them kind of nearby so that once he realizes he has the cure, he can immediately cure them. I thought that was going to be the thing. That he was like keeping his like basically dying, already dead, zombified wife and child, and was trying to cure them.
Kind of sedated in the back somewhere.
That's what I thought was the case. Yeah. And then if that were really the case, then I bet he would have done those trials a little better.
Yeah.
Use a little more scientific method up in there.
Yeah. Not just this one worked one time. Let's go.
Let's do it. And then I really thought it didn't work, and then he's like, the cure's in her blood. I was like, are you sure? Did she come back? I don't know. That's why when I saw that online, because I tend to read the Wikipedia after I watch it, I was like, what are you talking about? The cure was in her the whole time. I did not see her get up.
Yeah.